and welcome everybody to the Something Movies podcast. My name is Renzo.
And my name is Poch.
It's a movie podcast for the average Joe.
And filthy casual.
Or Filthy Joe.
Filthy Joes.
And boy, what a past couple of weeks for movies. We're going to focus on stuff that has been going on in the movie world. And we'll start things off with the first portion of the night.
Real movie news. Right, that's with the double E. Past week, crazy week. I think the one thing that stole the headlines for me was the Emoji Movie just came out. Okay? The Emoji Movie just came out, and there was a guy on August 4, he was caught touching himself to the Emoji Movie.
So this is why you asked if we were going PG for this episode.
Exactly.
And I regret saying PG-13 because I feel like it just made the cracks. Are you serious?
Yeah, he was caught touching himself to the Emoji Movie. He didn't have anything else on him. A mother reported him that he had hands down his pants while watching the Emoji Movie.
So what if the poor guy was just trying to scratch down there and she just looked back at a very inopportune time? What's going on?
I really think he was doing other things. He did more than scratch.
Okay.
And a lot of people are saying, right, isn't there like a hand emoji in that movie? I think he took it the wrong way.
Oh,
I have no idea. I look back at all the emojis. I can't find anything that's stimulating enough.
Well, he probably gets turned on by really horrible movies.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that movie was not a good movie.
He probably also
rating.
touches himself to Batman versus Superman Dawn
Oh,
of Justice.
we're going there. You know, I find that movie okay.
Yeah, and you know that I find that movie the not okayest not okay that you can possibly think of.
We're still friends, but it's all good.
Just to kind of wrap up that Emoji Movie guy touching himself bit, was justice served? What happened to him?
Yeah, he was kicked out of the theater.
That's it?
I really don't want to know anything more. I can't believe there are people out there that find emojis hot. I just threw a curveball at you right there.
I am at a loss for words, so I'll just use emojis instead.
Please don't. My hands are right in front of you, Renzo.
Well, sick face emoji, not fire emoji is how I'll describe the upcoming Justice League because, dude, everybody's excited because a brand new Justice League trailer just dropped.
Right.
Well, not just dropped, but a couple weeks back.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con trailer. People were very, very psyched about it, and for good reason. I'm sure a lot of the DC comic fans are just excited to see their favorite superheroes on screen. Plus, they had a bunch of Easter eggs / teasers for possible characters to come in.
Right.
I believe Green Lantern was teased in the play. I mean, it was kind of implied in the trailer, so that got people excited. And I'm not gonna hold it against those people. I'm not gonna hold it against the fans of DC because I'm pretty sure I'm so happy for them. On the other hand,
okay, here it comes.
Justice League is gonna suck.
Wow, that's your thesis statement. Okay.
It's not even like I have proven this. I've come from the future.
Okay, you're gonna put some money on this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Justice League is gonna suck because let's take things into consideration. So, why did the Avengers work? Like the first time, remember the Avengers trailer was attached to the end of, I believe, Captain America.
Yeah.
Like at the end of Captain America. Right after the credits, you see the Avengers trailer. Why did it get everybody so excited?
Well, it was thought. Kevin Feige thought of it ever since Iron Man, so it was a well thought of plan. I think Chris Pratt agrees on is that this Justice League movie, it's very rushed. However, you don't think that Joss Whedon's directing it now?
Yeah.
You don't think he's got the capabilities to make this happen?
I feel like he does. I'm not going to doubt his, ability as a director because he has handled large-scale movies before.
Exactly.
However, if you take a look at the original hype of the Avengers, people were excited because they saw their favorite heroes all together in one movie, heroes that they have seen in their own solo films before.
Right.
So they have been given time to attach themselves to these characters. Iron Man had, I believe, 2 movies before Avengers came out. Captain America had his own. Thor had his own. And you also got introduced to the minor characters like Black Widow and Hawkeye through the other origin films. And so you have all of this character build-up and world building to make it feel important so that when Avengers came on, you had like this awestruck feeling of, oh, shit. These are all these characters that we've seen previously all in one movie kicking ass together. So that got you so excited. But for Justice League, all you have going for you is Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman,
Wonder Woman.
and Wonder Woman.
Right.
Wonder Woman was great.
It's a good movie. I don't know if it can hold the weight of DCU. You do have some valid points there.
Yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, whatever they throw at us in Justice League, world-ending, characters almost dying, New York's in danger, whatever, it's not going to feel as important as it should.
And it's been done.
Exactly. And I'm not saying this because I hate the Justice League or I hate DC or I'm a Marvel fanboy. It's because I know the kind of drama and the kind of weight that the Justice League deserves when it comes to their own movie. And they're not going to get it by releasing a film including all of them and all these characters that have such rich backstories just after, 2 or 3 movies of origin?
That's true. Do you think that DC actually just saw Marvel, hey, this is something they're doing, let's just do it? Or you think they're just jumping on a bandwagon here?
I feel like that's exactly what they did.
Yeah?
They kind of realized that, almost a decade too late, that, oh, dude, we're kind of lagging behind.
That's
we gotta catch up and cash in on this superhero movie craze. But the thing is, Marvel had, again, over nearly a decade to do
decade
this.
of movies,
Starting with Iron Man.
I think Spider-Man is their 16th movie. Wow. Homecoming. So that's how many Marvel films. The Marvel Studio logo already changed. It's
become a compilation of their old Marvel films.
That's how many movies there are, and it's a juggernaut already.
Yeah, that's true.
I will, disagree respectfully. I feel that, DC has learned, okay? And with the weight of Wonder Woman already, which was a great movie. And I don't know if we can compare it to the other movies, but I think that Wonder Woman should be their flagship. And I have a friend that says that he believes that Joss Whedon has the capabilities of making each character stand out, and probably Wonder Woman will actually shine the most in this movie. Only time can tell, really. So fingers crossed, because I think no one's gonna lose if they actually become a real threat to DC. I mean to Marvel. Only the fans are gonna love it, because right now, come on DC, we gotta pick up the pace here.
That's true. That's true. If you can somehow release 14, 13 movies in the next 2 years,
please,
we'll be fine. But then, you know what? How about this?
Okay.
If I'm wrong, for the episode that the movie comes out, and if I'm wrong about Justice League being bad, I will eat pepper, like hot pepper, like hot chili throughout the whole episode.
I really want you to do that because your voice is amazing. But
thank you. But
okay, so how would we? I want to just have this on record. What would decide if it's a bad movie? Because some people are highly debating Batman vs Superman. Are we gonna rely on Rotten Tomatoes rating? I know you were talking about that a while ago, and I just segued to another topic.
Well, we could base it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, all right.
But I'm just gonna be Scout's honor.
Sure.
If I personally like it, then I will definitely eat my words, because at the end of the day, it's like a win-win situation.
Right.
If I'm wrong about the movie, then that's great. The movie's awesome. People enjoy. If I'm correct about the movie, then I'm right, and you all suck.
Okay, we're shaking on this. This is an audio shake. Okay, yeah, I think they heard that.
There you go.
So, yeah, that was pretty much the highlight of the week. You got some DC news, and you got somebody pleasuring himself to the Emoji Movie.
I like how that's the range of our stories.
Exactly.
There's no in between. It's either we're talking about Justice League or a man touching himself to the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, that's kind of related, I think, in some way.
We found a way to make it relatable.
Yeah, poop emojis.
There you go. Well, that about does it for real movie news. Now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, I'm the sponsor, and the word is oxygen. It's everywhere. Get used to it.
All right, that was our sponsor. Thank you so much to our sponsor. And if you want to be a sponsor on this podcast and have a word, please just let us know. Right, Renzo?
Yeah, just go ahead and email us, message us anywhere, hit us up on Twitter. We will literally pay you to sponsor something on our show, because we're that desperate.
Please. Anyway, now it is time for the trailer of the week. That can either be interpreted as double E or EA.
There you go.
Yeah. So the way this works is that me and Renzo are going to rate some trailers. Either if it's really good, that's trailer of the week, that's double E, or if it's trailer of the week, which is EA. So we're going to tell you if you should watch this movie or really not look out for it.
That's true, because a lot of the trailers these days, they either give away too much or just are poorly made. So I feel like it's very important to take a look at these trailers and see which ones are worth your time, or see which ones you should just avoid completely, but check out the film anyway. So this week we have a pair of movies that contrast each other heavily.
Yeah.
One is a thriller that came out last year in festivals,
Yes.
but is seeing its cinematic release this year. Not this side of the world yet, but yeah. And the other movie is a bit of a more playful, fun choice.
Probably one of the biggest news in Comic-Con. It got dropped, and the director rhymes with Steven Spielberg. Like, that's the director of that movie. Anyway, Renzo, why don't you take us off first with this artsy film?
All right.
A cat film.
All right, so this first trailer that we're putting up on Feature is a thriller/horror film coming from A24 Studios. They are responsible for a lot of really decent trailers in the past. The film is called It Comes at Night, and basically the premise is pretty simple. It involves a virus of some sort. It involves a family or a group of people in the woods. We don't really want to give you too many details on it because we do want you to check it out for yourselves.
And just a heads up, the trailer we're talking about is the teaser, because Renzo showed it to me and it scared the bejesus out of me. However, he said don't watch the second trailer because that's just going to give away everything.
That's true. So the teaser trailer in question, again, comes from It Comes at Night. It's a mystery thriller, and I gotta say, it is just one of the best teasers I've seen in a long time.
Easy E for me.
Easy E.
Yeah, easy E for me. E.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do the whole, like, let's say at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to actually get your opinion on this. What worked about this? Because honestly, I love the trailer. But
Yeah.
I want to know what elements work for you.
So typically with horror movie trailers, they like to build up suspense by showing you some terrifying images or compiling a whole bunch of stuff into just a couple of minutes, like they usually do with a lot of trailers. But for In Comes at Night, what they did was they got a particular scene in the movie and just played it out in the background as an audio track.
Exactly.
The particular dialogue between characters, and layered it over a very slow, creeping shot from the film itself. So you have this part of the movie playing out in the teaser along with this terrifying, creepy image. You get a feel of what this movie will be about just from that excerpt, from that short excerpt. And I feel like it's such a unique way of presenting a trailer and telling people what kind of thriller they should expect without giving away too much. And despite the fact that even after that opening bit, they show a couple of more scenes and they kind of go back to the typical formula of a horror thriller trailer, I still think it works so well. It shows you just enough to pique your interest, but not enough to make you feel like you've seen the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why it's called a teaser or a trailer. Honestly, what was that movie? Was it Annabelle? With the whole hide and clap thing?
Conjuring.
Conjuring,
right?
sorry,
Yeah.
Conjuring. Yeah, that movie, that trailer, it would just play out that one scene, and it got really good. Good reviews, because I feel like that's the best way to market a horror movie.
Yeah.
When it comes, you don't show the entire premise, because for me, I try to avoid trailers as much as possible now, unless a friend tells me, hey, you can watch this, because apparently, I don't know what it is now with trailers these days, they give away the entire premise.
Yeah.
And the best thing about horror movies is that it keeps you in the unknown part. Like, you don't know what's out there. And with this trailer, I think all the elements work perfectly. Like, the tension it built up, the scenes leading up to it, it was just great.
You're actually really right. I was wondering where I've seen a similar structure to a teaser before, and The Conjuring is totally right.
Right.
When the whole hide and clap scene and just showing that part and cutting it right after the main scare of the scene perfectly shows you what The Conjuring is about, what you should be terrified of, and to expect it throughout the whole movie. So
actually, to be a devil's advocate here, that movie did get released in the States already. However, some people found a bit of a disconnect because they were expecting honestly a scary movie, like a really scary movie.
yeah, take a look at the posters, the trailer. You're gonna expect a scary movie.
Yeah. However, it is an art house film. It is a Cannes film, or it is a part of the film festival, right?
Okay.
So it has the same pacing apparently as It Follows, which.
Oh, okay.
So it was a bit slow. It was very psychological.
Slow burn.
Very slow burn. So a lot of people were expecting the whole. Maybe it's the market they're targeting, because a lot of people expect horror movies to be all loud noise. I need to get scared. It's a ride. However, I loved It Follows. A lot of my friends found it like so boring. but-
Really?
yeah, exactly.
It Follows is one of my
It was-
favorite movies of that year.
Exactly. I just feel like horror movies are starting to reach that audience where it's the filthy casuals. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Yeah.
That just expect another what's that Ouija? Not the Ouija. The latest Ouija was great.
Yeah.
The first Ouija or
There were two.
there were two Ouijas. Yeah.
Not the second one. The first week.
The first Ouija, and then there are just basically a Friday the 13th reboot or
Mhm,
a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, like where it's just all loud noises
Yeah.
and okay.
Yeah, they either want
Mhm.
gore porn
Yeah.
or they just want jump scare porn.
Jump scare. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
However, I admire It Comes at Night, and I will watch it. So
Here's the thing. If
Mhm.
your horror movie starts with it,
Mhm.
it's probably good.
or if that's the only word.
There
Exactly. It Comes at Night. It Follows.
It.
Exactly.
So just include that word. You'll
Yeah.
be sure to have a
Yeah.
great horror movie.
I'm trying to think of all the horror movies I like.
No.
It, Saw, It. No, I can't. Nope. No. Moving on. This next trailer. I just showed Renzo this. It's Ready Player One. Now, I actually avoided this trailer when it came out because I was still listening to the audiobook.
Okay.
I recommend you to listen to it. But Will Wheaton does a great narrative of explaining.
Of course Will Wheaton does
yeah,
it, yeah.
Exactly, right? So anyway, I have to ask you, when you saw the trailer, what do you think was going on?
Well, immediately I got Tron vibes.
Tron vibes.
Because
Okay.
it starts off the same way that Tron Legacy started.
That's true.
With, I mean, not the same way that Tron Legacy started, but the same way that Tron Legacy is kind of built, where a
Mhm.
guy finds some sort of virtual reality
Mhm.
world, enters it, but then, of course, Ready Player One, it's more part of the world and it's more organic to the story.
True.
And so I basically thought of it as not post-apocalyptic, more dystopian.
Yeah.
And a future wherein clearly everything is overpopulated because people are cramped up, and it's set in
Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And people have kind of gone to this virtual world as a form of escapism.
Okay.
That's what I got from it,
Mm.
basically.
That's good and it piqued your interest.
Yeah,
Because
mainly because like, so many pop culture references.
There
oh
were
my
a
goodness.
lot.
And the Iron Giant people. I need to yell for this.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, there were so many. I actually had to watch it. Apparently, there's Lara Croft. They had Deathstroke and Harley Quinn was there. They even had Dizzy from, was it Dizzy? Yeah, from Gears of War.
Wow.
Yeah, and they had the DeLorean. They had the bike from Akira. They had so many pop culture references. For me, if I didn't read, I feel like I shouldn't have read the book because.
What, really?
Yeah, because I had this notion in my head of how it was supposed to be, because it was supposed to be this 80s nostalgic. Everything was supposed to be 80s referenced, and it was all built up in my head. It's really good how they teased everything, and for me, it's a soft EE. I will watch this movie. However, if if I'm I read the book, or I'll just do that.
I love your book
elitist
film snob voice.
Exactly.
It's
I'm
great.
pushing up my eyeglasses.
There you go.
Because it was a great book, and I don't think I can think of any director that can take on the challenge other than Steven Spielberg coming back. And he's gonna take on this big challenge of setting up this world called the Oasis. He actually the trailer was able to translate that
Yeah.
in only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. While a book, it was really hard for you to grasp the concept of the Oasis.
Okay.
It's basically an escape. It's an escape for everyone. Apparently, if you don't mind me saying the whole premise, the creator of the Oasis dies. His name is James Halliday. So he puts out a game for everyone to gain control of the Oasis. That's why at the end you saw a crystal key, because they have to find the 3 keys:
Okay.
the copper key, the jade key, and the crystal key.
Okay.
So whoever finds that key, all of the 3 keys, and find the Easter egg of James Halliday, gets the entire control of the Oasis.
Okay, so basically the Oasis was already a thing that was established, and after he passed away, he held some sort of Olympics tournament to whoever wants to take control of the Oasis.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Okay.
So that's why you got those soldiers that says 101, that's IOI. So they're going to do everything they can to gain control of the Oasis because they want to monetize it and everything.
Well,
so.
you see, that's a very complicated plot.
Exactly.
And I like how they were able to introduce the world and what Ready Player One was about, with the whole pop culture references and the setting, without giving that away.
Exactly.
So I feel like with Ready Player One, all you really need to do is highlight the setting and what makes it interesting, aka all the pop culture references, and you've got yourself a good. Because after the trailer, I was freaking out about the Iron Giant, and then Poch just suddenly goes, "Oh, did you see Lara Croft?
Yeah.
Did you see Harley Quinn?
Harley Quinn? Any of that? Yeah, exactly. And fun fact, well, the guy playing Parzival, he's the main protagonist in this movie. He's Ty Sheridan. He was Cyclops, so he has.
Oh wow! Oh
so
yeah, he was Cyclops in Origins.
Yeah,
right?
or the
no.
Apocalypse.
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 Yes.
There you go. So he's gonna put shades on his face again, and the Oasis, you have to put stuff on your eyes again. So he's basically an actor without eyes.
Wow.
now.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to this. I think only time will tell. I think Steven Spielberg is going to put his own take in it because the book is really riddled with so many pop culture references. I don't know if they can afford that many. So look out for this trailer.
So it's basically Wreck-It Ralph.
I
I mean, not in terms of the story, but in terms of compiling all of these pop culture references together. Because in Wreck-It Ralph, you saw video game characters and references everywhere, and in Ready Player One, you see a lot of these pop culture references as well. So I guess it's gonna have that same vein.
Yeah.
So even if the movie bombs and sucks, I feel like people are still gonna have fun seeing all of these characters and all these references to it. So it's gonna be great either way.
Yeah.
The trailer for me, the teaser, is it a teaser trailer?
Teaser trailer.
The teaser trailer for me gets, I would have to agree, a soft EE.
Yeah. Sure.
Compared to It Comes at Night.
Yeah, definitely.
But then, I mean, we are comparing apples to oranges. So, yeah.
Still a good week for movies. Like, we got 2 double E's. I know Ready Player One and It Comes at Night were a little bit late. However, these are the type of things we want to see in trailers. We want trailers to pique our interest.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think these 2 trailers capitalize on both of that. And I think it's a good way to, I think it's a good thing to look out for, these 2 movies.
So check them out. And that is Trailer of the Week. Coming up, we have, wait, you mean you haven't seen? And that's coming up right after another word from another sponsor.
2 sponsors.
Number 4, your meal is ready. Number 4.
Oh my god, what kind of hot dog is this? It's so small and saggy. Ugh.
Just take it and go, lady. Number 5.
Ugh, rude much? It's disgusting. I'm not gonna eat this. Wait, what happened to the music?
Hey there! Tired of the same old sausages?
Who the hell are you?
Ha! Not important. What matters is that those regular hot dogs won't do the job for you. You need a sausage that's more than the average size and gets your mouth watering.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound so right. No, that doesn't.
You need Sloppy Sam's sausages.
Sloppy who? Oh my god, that is way too big for me. What the hell?
Whoa there. At Sloppy Sam's, we realize that size does matter, and we're here to stick it, give it to you.
Yeah, no thank you.
Okay,
God,
calm
disgusting.
down.
Ew. Oh.
Before you go, ask yourself this. Is it wrong to be long?
Well, I guess not.
Sloppy Sam's sausages. Open wide.
Yeah, this is way too tight.
And welcome back to the Something Movies podcast. Thank you so much to our second sponsor for that word.
We ballin', dude. 2 sponsors, baby.
We made it, man.
We definitely. And now, a public service. Now, has this ever happened to you guys?
So, you're hanging out with a friend, preferably one you haven't seen in a while, and you guys like talking about movies. So, he or she goes ahead and asks you, "Hey, have you seen this movie?" And in your peer-pressured rush to say something and to relate to this friend and to continue the conversation, you say,
Yes. I have seen that movie.
"You're lying.
Yeah. Totally casual.
You're a liar.
How dare you. Dirty liar. But worry no more. Renzo and I are here to bail you out of that situation because this segment is called
Wait, you mean you haven't seen..." That dreaded phrase we hate hearing from people.
Exactly.
We are here to help you out. We will give you particular bits of information about these movies that have just come out, not spoilery bits of information, that'll make it seem like you've already seen it.
Just enough to get you by a conversation or a passing hallway, like, hey, yeah, you know, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just for you not to lose respect because you just lied.
that's true.
And or just to test your lying abilities. We'll see.
If your friend continues to ask you more questions about the movie, just run away.
Just run away. Disclaimer: if this leads to a deeper conversation that could reach spoiler territory,
You're
please,
fucked.
yeah, just please get out. Just get out. Eject.
That's the one
Yeah.
F-bomb we're allowed
Yeah,
to drop.
Exactly. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second F-bomb we're allowed to drop. So, on Wimmis today.
Mhm.
Wait, you mean you haven't seen Dunkirk, Poch?
Wait, you mean you haven't seen Baby Driver?
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
But,
Mhm.
so, to start things off, Dunkirk.
Yes.
Christopher Nolan's movie of this year, one of the biggest of the summer.
Mhm.
People are talking about it nonstop. So you will be talking about it with a friend of yours who
Yes.
likes talking about movies. And if ever this situation arises wherein you are asked if you've seen it and you say yes mistakenly, you filthy liar, here's one thing you can bring up.
Okay,
So for
go
you,
for it.
Poch,
Actually, yeah, I haven't seen it, so Renzo, please educate me here.
one thing you can bring up, and this goes for any of Christopher Nolan's movies, the score,
The score. Okay.
the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You can just be like,
Okay.
so pretend you're the friend
Oh.
that is asking me about
Okay.
Dunkirk.
Hey Renzo, seen Dunkirk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the soundtrack by Hans Zimmer.
Oh my God.
Do you notice
Yeah,
in the movie that
Mhm.
a lot of the soundtrack kind of has like this consistent tick-tock noise?
I did. I thought that was just me. You noticed that too?
Yeah, apparently
Wow.
it's this technique that he adds to all of his,
Uh-huh.
scores, especially the intense ones, like from Interstellar when they were in that planet with the gigantic waves.
Uh-huh.
He used that similar
No.
tactic wherein you have like this consistent beat that kind of builds up so that it has this feeling of tension and anxiety throughout the whole thing. It's so hidden underneath the
Mhm.
score that you barely even notice it, but it's like it's ringing in your head. And I feel like that's the genius that Hans Zimmer has applied to Dunkirk, and I feel like that's what makes it one of Christopher Nolan's best movies in recent years.
Wow, Renzo, you really know your movies.
I really did watch it.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I'm gonna stop asking you questions because you are validated as a moviegoer.
End of conversation. That's usually how it goes.
That's how it goes.
That's definitely how it's gonna go.
All right, that's perfect. Actually, you didn't go into any spoiler territory.
Yeah.
Another thing you should bring up if you're in this situation, I like what you did. You brought up Interstellar. That means you know you're. Even though you haven't seen Interstellar, you can bring that up. We're
Change the
allowing
topic,
guys-
yeah.
change the topic real
Yeah.
quick. Then, because you'd be like, hey, did you think this held up in other, Christopher Nolan movies?
Or
Then
you bring up like a similar actor.
exactly. Or just say like, hey, Harry Styles was in that movie, right?
yo, One Direction
Yeah,
though.
One Direction.
It's
Then-
crazy, like all their solo careers, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tom Hardy. Just if that's already you're already running on like tiny fuel if you go with that.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
go with what Renzo said. Bring up the score.
There you go.
Okay.
So
So now,
I haven't seen Baby Driver. Let's
Okay.
play this out.
all right, let's play it out.
Butch.
Yeah.
Have you seen Edgar Wright's latest film, Baby Driver?
Yeah. I saw Baby Driver. Yeah. No, you haven't. So this is what you do when you bring up Baby Driver. Okay. First fun fact you should bring up. I would recommend bringing this up right at the start so you can it could be the know-it-all. Be like, hey, have you noticed that all the characters in Baby Driver actually have their own color? Except Baby Driver, he's black and white. If you notice, Jamie Foxx's color is predominantly red. John Hamm is predominantly blue, and his lover, I forgot her name, the actress, she's always in purple and pink.
Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
so-
Yo, that's really sick.
Yeah, exactly. And as the movie progresses and he gets deeper and deeper into this world,
Mhm.
he actually starts to get a little darker. Baby Driver,
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to use that information.
yeah. Okay, sure.
So like,
Another thing you could bring up, just if you're talking to a fan of Edgar Wright, just say, man, that oneer totally beat Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, just say that. Just say
Okay.
that. Yeah, and then
Okay.
they'd chop like, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I mean, one thing you can also say
Uh-huh.
is that, yo, Edgar Wright, it's so sad he didn't get to direct Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. That's you totally diverted like with the things he did with Baby Driver, man. If that was an Ant-Man, man.
There you go.
There
you
you
could
go.
just change it, and you are now in familiar, filthy casual territory.
You better watch Ant-Man if you brought it to that topic.
If you haven't seen Ant-Man, then you just shouldn't be listening to movie podcasts.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Just
You
avoid
shouldn't.
it in general.
Exactly. So those are the two tips. It'll probably play out like this. Hey Renzo, have you caught Baby Driver of the weekend?
Yeah, I totally have seen Baby Driver. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yo, did you
What-
notice that, like, with all of the characters, Edgar Wright does this color theory application.
I
thing
noticed that.
where
Oh my
Baby Driver's
God.
like wearing black and white, but all the
was.
other characters have their
Jamie
own color
Foxx is in
assignment.
red. Oh my gosh.
And
You
then John
noticed that
Hamm
too?
was in blue.
Yeah, blue. Oh.
And then as he kind of got deeper into, the plot, I don't want
Uh-huh.
to give out, spoilers in case anybody's listening.
Oh, no.
But, his colors became darker.
Renzo, you're so respectable of everyone's who haven't seen it. Those
Yeah.
ugh,
It's
those
because
people-
I've seen Baby
Yeah,
Driver.
Exactly. I can tell because you know that much about the movie
There
that
you
we're
go.
talking about now.
Yes.
Mhm.
End of conversation.
End of conversation. That's that's the end of conversation.
So if you use any of these tips, that's exactly how your conversations are going to go.
Exactly. And again, disclaimer: if any of you guys get caught in hey, what did you think of? If they spoil something, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's just not our fault.
How about you fake an emergency? No, don't do that. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Or just tell the frickin' truth.
you know what?
Face the music.
Honesty. Honesty is great. But then, if you find yourself in a lie, take up the tips that Poch and I have given you for, wait, you mean you haven't seen... There you go.
That's it.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Something Something Movies podcast. We will be back once again next week on Sunday, as per usual. Again, my name is Renzo.
And my name is Poch.
And we'll see you next week, you filthy casuals.